This song's been on frequent repeat for me lately. And I thought, I gotta make a video on this one. Noah Sebastian is one of my favorite vocalists. And this melody and his approach to the melody on this song and the screaming, it's all amazing. And there's so much to learn from and appreciate. Okay, one of the things that I like, and I think a lot of people like about Noah's voice, but they maybe don't really know why, is his ability to use belting in areas of the song that are not really that big. And really his belt doesn't necessarily mean he's really going at it. Listen here. Mistakes. That's a belt. That's a very ringy, forward, aggressive mistakes, not mistakes. But listen to what he does right before it. Never mistakes. It's within the same area of the song, within the same part of the melody, and there's so much variance. But if we think about it, it adds a ton of energy. That's a fairly easy thing to do. You just have to kind of think about it. There it is, again. There's that wonderful belt. At the same time, Noah is unapologetically in tune with his head voice. And chooses the best moments of the melody to really milk that head voice engagement. He's not going to his head voice because he has to. He can get plenty high in a full voice sound. More on that in a minute. This is one of the most brilliant Bad Omens choruses, I think, and one of the best chorus performances, I don't know, Just Pretend's pretty amazing. From a singing point of view, that Noah delivers. Noah's got a pretty low speaking voice most of the time. His pitch basis for his voice is pretty low.
Never having an ulterior motive when writing has always been like a strict rule of ours. Like, we just want to make music that we like and we're proud of.
But he's managed to craft this fantastic mixed voice, which is both powerful and light for where his pitch basis is as a singer, as a speaker. Listen to Run. Let's get the notes. Nowhere to run. And then let's Noah-ify it a little bit here. We'll start with Now on Now You've Got. No! We'll place that forward. Don't worry about sounding dumb. No! no, no. And then as we sing, now you've got, we're actually going to back off in vocal weight. Now you've got. So that by the time we hit no, we're actually lighter. We're not belting lighter. We've thrown the resonance back and we're starting to, even though it's over a no, we're starting to cry that note a bit. Now you've got no. Now you've got. Now you've got no. Okay, follow me here. Nowhere to. I'm a little bit thinner. And then on run, for now, I'm going to make it super twangy or super cry or a lot like dying cat. Nowhere to run! Nowhere to run! Now here's where Noah really goes far beyond where most people using mixed voice in this area go. He tone shapes this and blends it so well with his other chest voice engagements that it sounds so incredibly good. Now you've got nowhere to run! Notice how it really does sound like one voice? When I work with going from that belt to lightening up around the same note range and then cry and shape at the same time. I create this wonderful synergy by syncing these techniques and approaches. Now, is he thinking this in depth about it? Probably not, but he's leaning into what feels good and what sounds good to get this light yet powerful mixed voice sound. Then we add compression, and then we add the wonderful vocal production that's going on around this with the harmonies and the doubles, and it's just absolutely incredible. If you'd like to get the foundations down so that you can experiment with your voice in singing high, powerfully, and dialed in, and screaming in different ways, click the link below and join my free voice course. And I'll help you support your voice and experiment with it and explore it in ways that you never knew were possible. The low notes in there. Such wonderfully catchy melodies. It's way thinner than you think it is, but he's masked it by the other tone shaping and vocal weight techniques around, that one note. That note is thinner than you think it is. Like, show, go. That was cool. All right.
Why I never gotta say, never got a choice. Tell me what's mine and tell me what's yours. Why I never gotta say, never got a choice. Tell me what's mine and tell me what's yours. Why I never gotta say, never got a choice. Tell me what's mine and tell me what's yours. And why I never, ever gonna fucking say. Are you ready? Put me in the driver's seat now!
Okay, we have to break down his transition into the screaming and then point out what kinds of techniques he's using here. This is not a contained, tightly curated screaming technique. There is cracks, there is vulnerability, there's this, why never, whatever. Ah! You hear that brokenness to it. All of these screams. Now listen to where he goes after that. Listen to O. Oh! There's a weep in there as well as a scream. This is pitch screaming or sing screaming or hybrid screaming at its finest. This is not like a pure false chord engaged scream. This is not an upper constricted or fry based scream, as some might call it. So even though he's not singing a melody here, you get that cry and that whimper in the midst of the scream. It's like a harmonic quality to it. And then now, in the driver's seat now, listen. The way he shapes it, there's almost a box around it. That's the visual I get. It's not, no! He's taken that sort of technique and he's tightened it. He's adding more compression. He's shaping with his mouth and compressing into that pitch-based scream a ton. Hear him go back to primary chord engagement, pure primary chord engagement at the very end there. No! You hear little chirps there on the O? At the very end of that O? Again, wonderfully varied engagement. I can't get enough of how much Noah's voice opens up on those upper pitches. It seems like it feels limitless. And again, this goes back to his fantastic understanding of how to lighten his voice just enough as he goes higher while still using compression. I like that vowel modification there. Check out the other Bad Omens breakdowns I've done recently. And again, if you would like help exploring how your voice can do some of what Noah does, click that link below and join my free voice course.